Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video, and before I jump into the video, I want to start it off by saying RIP to this young lady, and I also want to send my condolences out to her entire family about this situation that took place with her. And yeah man, I was going to put this on my crime channel, but I decided to do it over here. This is going to be one of the few that I put over here, but everything like this will be over there on the crime channel, so y'all make sure y'all go add that. It's going to be in the comment section, and the name is called Crime with Carlos, so I'm pretty sure y'all be able to find it. But anyways man, let's go to get into the whole story. So basically, this young lady by the name of Madison Brooks, she's 19 years old, and she went to a bar, and it's a very controversial situation. So, you know, I took my time with this, and everything I'm saying in here is just my opinion, but it is facts in this as well, so don't get it misconstrued. But, you know, I feel like that this situation should have went the way that it went, and I'm going to break it all down to y'all in a brief summary, and we're going to get into details in the video as well. So basically, she went out to a bar, and, you know, she was underage drinking. A bar allowed her to have drinks, and she was like almost 3 or 4 times over her limit, right? You know, so she was dealing with 2 men. Well, she was actually dancing with one of them on the floor and stuff like that. There was some of the reports are saying. And you know, they're trying to say that these guys took advantage of her. And I'm real cautious with how I speak because, you know, these are young black men, you know, and they're not above anyone when it comes to doing wrong. But, you know, this situation right here is very sketchy. They're saying that it was consensual, but, you know, other people saying it was a 3rd-degree rape. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say it like that, but y'all know what I'm saying. They took advantage of her because she wasn't fully capable of understanding what was going on. Now, me personally, you know, even when I was young, I wouldn't want to take advantage of, you know, no one who couldn't really understand what's going on. Like, I wouldn't even want to do anything if the feelings is not mutual. That's just how I always have been. You know, if you don't like me, I don't like you. That just, you know what it is. But if somebody's under the influence, you know, I mean, they can't understand what's going on, so I don't want to do nothing at all, period. So, you know, that they're saying that 4 people took advantage of her, and come to find out it was really 2, and 2 just watched. That's what they're saying. But we really just don't know exactly what took place with this whole situation. Now, I feel like that a lot of people need to take time out to speak to their children, you know, especially the boys, and let them understand that, you know, if these women are these children, you know, these are kids too as well. You know, if these women or children are not in their right mind, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? They need to be focusing on books and stuff like that anyways, you know, you feel me? But yeah man, she ultimately ended up getting hit by a vehicle as well. You know, they're saying that these guys took her, and some people are saying that they threw her out of the car after they got finished with her. I don't know how true that is, and I'm not gonna throw that on these young men, but we really don't know. But anyway, if they are convicted for this and they can find out that they really did this, they need to get the book thrown at them. That's just how I feel about it. You know, there's no justification for it, and I'm not finna sit here and justify it in no type of way. But we're finna go ahead and get into this whole video. I didn't get to get all of the information because it's so much, and I waited so long to do the video to catch up on the timeline, so all these videos should be in sequence. That way we can get full details from the full timeline. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to tell you what I feel about this during the video and after the video. So if you don't want to hear me talking at any point in time during this video that's on my channel, you know what to do. All you got to do is just get up off here, go find us somewhere else. And to all my loyal supporters and my new supporters, y'all already know I'm not talking to y'all when I say that. All I want y'all to do is hit that like button for me and tell me what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. Add all my social medias as well. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. And make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. I'm dropping consistent content. So that's all I ask y'all to do is hit the like button for me and tell me what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. Let's get into it, though.
Deputies say 4 men are connected to the of 19-year-old Madison Brooks. The LSU sophomore was standing on Burbank Drive when she was hit and by a vehicle in the early morning hours of January 15th. According to the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, 18-year-old Kavion Washington and an unnamed 17-year-old are charged with 3rd-degree. Louisiana law states a 3rd-degree charge involves cases where the victim is incapable of resisting or of understanding the nature of the act because of intoxication. 27-year-old Everett Lee and 18-year-old Kason Carver were both charged with principal to 3rd-degree, meaning they were present but did not take part in the alleged crime. Carver told police the men met Brooks at a bar in Tigerland. Records show Carver then told police the woman asked for a ride home. Carver said he noticed Brooks was unable to speak clearly without slurring her words. Investigators say Brooks had a blood alcohol level of 0.319. That's nearly 4 times the legal limit.
With the blood alcohol that high in anyone of any age, that is approaching alcohol poisoning.
Family
Damn.
medicine Dr. Ronald Andrews says that blood alcohol level can lead to a coma and possibly death.
Anytime you get above 0.25 percent alcohol intoxication, that is when you start getting into trouble with your balance, trouble walking straight without assistance.
Police say after the men dropped Brooks off near Pelican's Lake subdivision. That's where she was hit by a car and later died at the hospital.
Underage drinking is a problem, not only here in Baton Rouge or Louisiana, but nationwide. And it's something that we all as parents and medical providers need to talk to our children about.
Attorney Ron Haley is representing the primary suspects, Lee and Washington. Haley says the sex was consensual. Dr. Andrews says at a blood alcohol level of 0.319, consent is nearly impossible.
Someone in that state probably needed medical help instead, unfortunately, how this story turned out.
Details.
Now, one thing about this whole situation, I didn't know that boy was 27 years old. He's a grown man. Ain't nowhere in the hell. I don't give a damn if he was there. I don't care. You're supposed to stop it. Let them young dudes know, hey, this ain't the way to go. This girl ain't fully capable of understanding, and she's drunk. And I feel like that with it being so many dudes around in this type of situation, I wouldn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Even if you told me, yeah, nah, we're not doing it like this. It's too much shit that can happen right here. You can say this, you can say that. I'm not just going for it at all, you know? But, you know, I feel like that she should have called someone. I'm not victim shaming, so don't give me, you know, don't get it misconstrued. But I'm just saying she should have called someone else versus these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because she would still be here today. But, you know, hey, I feel like that you got to talk to these people to let them understand. But that man, he was grown. He knew what he was doing. He knew what was happening. He should have stopped them. I mean, it's so many different things he could have did to prevent this situation from going the way that it went. And, you know, for that bar to allow them to drink so much without having no IDs ain't what's up at all. Because some establishments will stop you and let you know, hey, nah, we can't serve you no more. You feel what I'm saying? You know, especially being that age, nah, that ain't what's up at all, you know. And she was small and petite. So, yeah, you got to understand that these drinks going to hit her a little bit harder than everybody else. But let's go ahead and get back into it, though.
Unfolding this morning into of an LSU student who was hit and after leaving a Baton Rouge bar, and we certainly feel for her family this morning having to cope and come to grips with all of this. 4 young men are now behind bars after police say they were involved in the rape of Madison Brooks before she died, and one of them just 17 years old. Investigators say that the 19-year-old was allegedly sexually assaulted and then dropped off near the intersection where she then stumbled into the street and died. That 17-year-old, along with an 18-year-old, Kevon Washington here, have been charged with third-degree rape, while 28-year-old Everett Lee and 18-year-old Kasen Carver have been charged with principal to third-degree.
Now, cuz 28, he ain't 27, so he really is just out of line. He's 28, so they really making it worse for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything that they saying is making it worse on this boy's situation. Being that old, now I know you can't control everybody, but being that old, man, you got to be able to do something. Be some type of problem solver. I always say this, and I'm going to continue saying this forever. If you're professing to be a man, you got to be a problem solver. And he let this shit go on, and it ain't what's up at all. Let's get back into it, though.
Police say that they knew that this was happening and didn't do anything to stop it. The East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office says a toxicology report shows that Brooks had very high blood alcohol and THC in her system. Brooks is said to be buried next weekend with services at St. Peter Catholic Church in Covington. And LSU's president is responding this morning, highlighting the fact that they were all able to consume alcohol at a local bar while being underage. President William Tate says the school will be jumping into action to hold those businesses accountable, and he wants to call a meeting with owners to discuss their responsibility and how that affects the safety of students.
Greg Merriweather here with you on this Monday. We're going to start here. Deputies say that they now believe that Madison Brooks, the young lady you see right there, the LSU student, she was hit on Burbank. They say that she was assaulted before being dropped off near the spot where she was hit. Tonight, 4 men are in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, arrested over the past few hours, one of them in juvenile detention. The 18-year-old Kaviana Washington and a juvenile, both charged with third degree. The 2 others you see there are booked on charges of principal to third degree.
They got buns now, too.
In the Breaking News Center tonight with more on this. Lester.
All three of them got a bun.
Deputies have known about the angle to the case almost from the start. and have been conducting multiple interviews before making the arrest that happened late today.
And they got video footage in the
A vigil
club
was held to
as
honor
well.
the memory of LSU sophomore Madison Brooks at the LSU Lakes. Deputies have arrested 4 men who they say were seen leaving with Madison Brooks in a vehicle from Reggie's Bar in Tigerland. Investigators believe 2 of the men Madison Brooks before they dropped her off near that scene on Burbank Drive near Pelican Lakes Parkway at around 3 in the morning, where she was later hit by a car driven by a rideshare driver. When Brooks got to the hospital after being hit, investigators say her blood alcohol level was nearly 4 times the legal limit. Deputies charged both 18-year-old Kayvon Washington and an unidentified 17-year-old minor with third-degree. 28-year-old Everett Lee and Kason Carver were charged with principal to third-degree, which means they were there when the alleged incident occurred, but did not take part in it. The question tonight by investigators is if the was consensual. Arrest documents reveal that Brooks allegedly consented, but that Carver says he personally thought she was too drunk to know what she was doing. Third-degree rape usually involves a case where a person is too intoxicated to consent. LSU's president William Tate released a statement saying in part, quote, "By all accounts, she was an amazing young woman with limitless potential. She should not have been taken from us in this way. What happened to her was evil, and our legal system will parcel out justice." We are told that some of the suspects are being represented by attorney Ron Haley. We're expecting to hear from him shortly, and we'll have much more tonight on 9 News at 10. Greg, back to you.
For 3 of the men arrested in the alleged of Madison Brooks is that LSU student who after being hit by a car along Burbank Drive. Our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter, walks us through the conditions of the bond that were set today. Scotty.
Greg, we now know each of these men are facing a pretty hefty bond in the case, and the legal trouble for each of them could get even worse. Now, Kayvon Washington is charged with third-degree. He now faces a $150,000 bond. Everett Lee is charged with principal to third-degree. His bond is set at $75,000, and Kason Carver has also been charged with principal to third-degree. He now has a $50,000 bond. All of the men must submit to random drug testing for 180 days and will be placed on house arrest. They also have to wear an ankle monitor, and neither of them can post about the case on social media. Also in court today, we've learned the district attorney's office believes they may be able to move forward with upgrading charges in the case to first degree, depending on the facts that come out. Now, we're told they are also pushing for the case to go before a grand jury. What's also at issue is what exactly a video from the night of the incident shows. While attorneys for the men say it backs up their client's account that the sex was consensual, a judge today said he also looked at the video, and he says it shows the young men laughing while the young woman slurred her words. The video does not show the encounter. Now, as for the 17-year-old arrested in this case, we know he was booked into the juvenile detention center. That's where he will be held until his bond hearing, which is set for next month. Correct?
All right. Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it.
And you know what's really crazy about the situation? That little guy, Carver, he basically just told her. He just said, hey, they did it, I didn't do it. They raped her, I didn't rape her. You feel me? So, with that being said, they got a witness. So that means that's why they are so confident in what they're doing and what they're saying and how they're trying to prosecute this situation. Now, like I said before, if they are guilty for this, throw the book at them. I don't feel sorry for them. You gotta be accountable for what you do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that grown man that was there should have stopped this, man. I can't stress that enough. And also, I want to know why they're not talking about the person who actually hit her. Like, are they trying to say that it's okay that happened because she was drunk? Because I mean, most of the times, man, they'll charge the person for hitting them. I don't care what kind of charge it is. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear them say that Madison jumped out in front of the vehicle, but we don't know how true that is. I'm not finna say that, not finna spread that or none of that. I'm just telling y'all what's out there online, all the speculations. And everything I am saying in this video is fully speculations, in my opinion. So, yeah, don't take everything for face value, but we are getting facts, as y'all can see from the news and things like that. But, you know, I don't feel like that they should be off the hook either as well, you know? I mean, just because she was drunk, I don't know how it took place. I don't even want to say that. Let me scratch all of that. We don't know how that happened because it could have been a complete accident, you know. But anyway it go, man, it's a sad situation. That bar need to be shut down, you know. Let's get back into it. I heard that.
A developing story. We sent you an alert about a popular Tigerland bar being temporarily banned from serving or selling alcohol after the death of an LSU student. Her name was Madison Brooks. This is one of 2 local bars with alcohol sales now on hold. The Louisiana Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control tell us it issued an emergency suspension of Reggie's alcohol license. The bar is facing some serious allegations and is deemed a potential threat to student safety. According to arrest records, underage individuals who are now at the center of a investigation involving Madison Brooks were allegedly served alcohol at Reggie's bar the night of the alleged incident. Coming up on 9 News at 5, Brianne Bazette will tell you what's next for Reggie's.
Now, that situation is crazy. You know, I also want to say RIP to the young lady one more time, and I want to send my condolences out to the family. Ain't no way, shape, or form or fashion am I going to victim shame her. You know, she's young. We all made mistakes when we were younger. We all, well, I can't say we all, but, you know, a lot of us drank underage and, you know, different things happen. And, I mean, we all been in compromising situations. But I also feel like being young men, you got to be able to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, the kids now are way more knowledgeable than the kids back then. So I feel like they need to be out here moving a little bit better, man. You know, a lot of people just letting this shit go by, letting their kids do certain things for so long. Now, I don't know how they were raised. I don't want to talk bad about the kids' parents or anything like that. This is just a general statement. A lot of these people letting their kids get away with too much. And I mean, these fathers are needed in these situations, man, to teach their sons certain things. Hey, son, you don't move like this. You don't move like that. Don't mess with a girl if she's like this. Don't go to certain places when it's a hostile environment or some underage drinking going on and things like that. If you stress the importance of certain things to a child when they're really a child, like a very young child, and keep on preaching it to them, showing them examples and things like that, I promise you they'll get it, you know? A lot of people think these ass whoopings and everything really solve problems, and it don't. Sometimes they need some understanding. They need somebody to sit down and break it down to them in totality, you know. But hey, this situation is crazy. I don't want to victim shame, and I really don't want to blame them boys because I really don't know exactly what took place. But at the same time, they got to be held accountable for actually doing something if they are found guilty. Now, it is what it is. I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. And like I said before, you know, these are young black kids, so I don't really want to say too much. And, you know, the odds are already against you, so you really just don't know exactly what's taking place with this. But they got a witness in this situation, so it's kind of trumping everything that I am saying about that part of it, you know. But hey, it is what it is. I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if you like my commentary. And don't take what I say out of context. Y'all know what I'm saying. Let's keep it adult. And if you a troll, get on somewhere you will get blocked. But if you got something to say, make sure that you wait for my comment because I'm going to comment back. But that's all I got to say, man. If y'all made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, y'all stay safe. Teach the importance of certain things to your children and continue teaching it to them. That's all I got to say. But I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. I'll holler at y'all later. All right.